Stimulating. Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast. Been a little while. I'm back from California.
Ooh,
California.
got a new
I
T-shirt.
wore a very special shirt, Husky Boys hamburgers.
Oh, nice.
I saw that.
Oh,
Almost
man.
drove the car off the road.
You got to have that.
They didn't have them for sale. I had to ask for a staff shirt, but I gave them $25.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That's a good score there.
That's fucking even cooler,
Yeah.
actually, by a lot.
We are the Husky Boys, you know?
Nice. How did you have a burger?
It was all right. It was like a Sonic, like a
Yeah.
family-owned sort of Sonic, so I
Okay.
ain't mad at it. You know, kind of like Dairy Queen level food, I would say.
Okay.
But when you call your place Husky Boy Hamburgers, I am going to come.
Yeah.
In
In your
multiple
pants.
ways.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back, far from fires and things of that nature.
How was being there at this time?
Laguna Beach, where I was, and where Husky Boy Hamburgers was, no smoke,
No.
nothing.
Was there like an air of sadness?
Nope.
Okay.
Is there
Oh,
madness
hey.
in the air? If not
That's over
smoke?
there. That's like 5 miles away. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's a 45-minute drive, about 2.1 miles away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little ways away, but it was pretty ominous flying in at the time that I did, which was real early, maybe like 6 p.m. There's a thing called marine layer, which
Yeah.
is something that happens with the ocean and being close to the ocean, where basically until 11 a.m.-ish, it looks like complete shit,
Yeah.
like the saddest place you've ever seen if you're close enough to the coast. So I think it was a little bit of that, but then also all those fires from up north, like the hills and all
Yeah.
that shit, that had clearly mingled with that, and it looked like you're flying into a war zone or
Yeah.
something. It was a thick blanket of cloud, like just right over the top,
Damn.
and we're kind of coming down through it. And you know it's thick when you can't see any. Sometimes you'll fly through clouds and you can still kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
The rest of the sky behind it. It was just you couldn't see
How
anything.
were there a lot of people on the plane going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Business as usual.
Yeah.
Weird.
A sort of famous TikTok person who I once had a business meeting with at Vibes, the place there over on the corner.
Yeah.
Scumbag Dad, I think is his TikTok handle.
Mm.
He's tons of followers. I saw him.
Is that the guy that beats his kids
I hope not.
while they're driving?
Scumbag dad.
I don't. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
No, that's
I-
probably a different guy.
That's a real scumbag dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a kind of funny mustache, and I haven't seen a lot of his work, but I thought it was interesting that we had that business meeting, which was about TikTok, and I was like, I don't think this TikTok thing is going to do shit.
Yeah.
Which was a little off on my,
Yeah.
on my part.
Yeah.
He clearly had the inside track on what was going on, but it was kind of cool to see him actually execute. He did become famous on it,
Yeah.
and I saw him on the plane, and I acted like I was just
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I'm like, you probably wouldn't remember me. Like the pottery teacher story. You might not remember me. I did have time to write a joke or two. My first joke here. New motto for the state of California. California, where even the ugly people are pretty hot.
Yeah. All right.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Even like people that from a distance, you're like, oh, I'm definitely more handsome than that person.
Right.
You get a little closer and you're like, somehow they're still hotter
Yep,
than
correct. I'm a Midwest.
It's not
uggo.
having the
Yes. I truly
the-
felt hideous.
the Iowa grocery store effect where
Yeah.
you're in the grocery store during the day. There's not a single attractive person in there, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Am I the best looking person alive?" I guess so.
I think so. Anyway, delivering beer again. And the other joke, I don't want to get too political here, but America, I'm afraid that in pursuit of cheaper eggs, we may have just lost bottomless salsa and chips.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Shame.
that
Yep.
among other things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sad, sad reality.
yeah.
That's it for me.
Speaking of politics, according to the 37 or so text messages I get a day, The Democrats still got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop sending me these goddamn text messages. Because really, they're like, oh, we could turn the House. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's over.
Yeah, you
We
goddamn
fucking
idiots.
lost.
Yes.
It's over.
Like, are you sad? Like, shut up. Wish Kamala a happy birthday. How about shut the fuck up? Why are you texting me? Anyway,
I don't even answer my family's text
yeah, that's
messages,
right.
much less these political ones.
I report every single one of them.
Yeah.
Delete and report. Boop, boop. And they keep on coming.
Yeah, they get a
Delete
hold of
and
your
report.
number and pass it around.
They say that actually, because before I kept saying stop, and that was actually the wrong move because then they know your number is actually someone is receiving the messages.
Nicole, we got a live
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Hit him up.
Yeah. Sarah wasn't feeling too hot tonight. I was kind of worried because the old ball and chain wasn't feeling great. But I realized, like, oh, we're not actually married, so I just call her the old ball.
No chain attached.
She'll love it. Yeah. The old ball wasn't feeling great tonight.
She's gonna fucking hate that.
I'm just kidding. She's lovelier than ever, Sarah. She really isn't feeling good tonight, and I was mildly worried that.
Damn.
But just bed. Everybody went to bed. It is weird how my life has changed, and that when my girlfriend feels sick, it's like, oh, Dad's got to put 2 kids to bed. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Life moves fast.
It does. If you don't stick around to sniff the diapers once in a while, you might miss it. Yeah.
Well, the mustache makes you look very dad.
Yes, I said I went from looking old to much younger, but somehow more dadly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the dad authority mustache.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's different than the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like a young working father.
Right.
Just
With
just heading into town to do business and cheat on my wife. You know?
cheat on the old ball. Sorry, Sarah.
That's pretty much all Mad Men was. Bro.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that show.
Oh yeah. There's much deeper than that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some interesting storylines.
It's
But
about how the people in the advertising in the '60s ruined America. Is kind of what it's about.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Turn this all into consumers. And that's it. Huh? What do you think of that?
Pretty cool.
It's a good analysis. That really puts my bottomless chips and salsa bit to shame. That was my cutting social commentary for the evening.
Yeah.
Got any little jokies for us, Mr. Carter?
Here's something of a joke. I realized that over the holidays I was eating like a crazy animal and just like eating garbage, just like sugar and butter, just constantly. Finally, I stopped, went back to the old diet, which I realized is mostly air fried appetizers. So not great either.
Yes. I do find myself on some days being like, damn, I really need to eat a meal, even though I've already taken in 5,000 calories.
Need an honest meal.
Yeah, I need an actual meal,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
No more of these Nilla wafers.
Yeah.
Plus, the box is gone anyway.
Just got the bag.
Yeah.
Those are always dark times.
Yeah.
Like 8 broken cookies in the bottom,
Yep.
just the bag, no more
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
I
That's like,
did.
I'll buy a box of Cheez-Its. I'll pull that bag right out just to start with, where I'm
Yeah.
like, your service is no
Yeah.
longer needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is as far as you go.
Yeah, kick rocks, Mr. Box.
That's what I saw. Sarah bought apple caramel bread, ginger snaps, graham crackers, and Nilla wafers. Oh, damn, Sarah, did you turn 85 years old at the grocery store? Like, what the hell are we doing
Got
here?
some Werthers.
Oh, I eat all of them, so no complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah, Werther's, that'd be hilarious. The hard candies also.
The little bowl out for Toll. You just pour some milk on him and eats it.
That's what I have for breakfast.
Oh man, your fillings would be in bad shape.
Yes, they would. How do you think I lost this tooth?
Werther's
Yanked.
original.
Yep.
They'll get you.
Yes, sir. I actually tried. I don't know if you've seen. I've been getting tons of advertising over the last year for rotten gummy worms.
Oh yeah, the gross flavored ones or the less sugar ones.
The less sugar
Oh,
ones.
okay. Okay.
The brand is called Rotten.
Yeah.
And they have sour and non-sour. But I've just been getting fed the advertising forever. I even at one point got close to placing an order, and I was like, no.
Put it in
Yeah.
your cart.
It
you're like,
works.
"Ah."
Yeah.
I got a lot of disappointing Christmas presents, or gave a lot of disappointing Christmas presents that way.
Yeah, the number, as a side note, the number of carts I've abandoned by clicking through social media ads and being like, I'm getting this. And then
Yeah.
you get in the cart and you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't need a visor that has headlights on it or whatever worthless thing.
I don't
it
need
is.
a life-size replica of a Gandalf sword.
Or do I? We'll leave the cart there for now.
Yeah. Some of them I do. I'll abandon the cart, but I'll leave, the window open
Yeah.
in my Safari
You're
where I'm
right.
like, just
The
in
door's
case.
still open.
Yeah.
Shop's
want
not
it.
closed.
Some things will stay there for a while, like 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, am I ever really going to read this article about, some ship that went down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, this looks important. Let me
Yeah.
pop this out to the browser.
Yeah.
I'll get to this later.
Yeah.
No.
Not
Sometimes
as much of a
I'm-
bookworm as
It's
I
there in
thought.
the shopping cart graveyard with everything else.
You ever get real deep into like a reel or a TikTok, and you're like, man, this is interesting stuff, and then like 2.5 minutes pass, and you're like,
Not that
how
interesting.
fucking long is this? Yeah. I
little-
can't do it. Yeah.
Taking some liberties.
Yeah.
3 minutes. But stand-up teaches you that 3 minutes can feel like a long time, especially if someone sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. I
Oh,
remember at an open mic, I said something to the effect of how long 5 minutes is because everyone was terrible and got a good laugh.
Yeah.
People were like,
It can feel like a
Yeah.
long time. That's why anymore when if Teehees was is to come back and we have a mic again, I don't think I'm gonna move off of the 3 minutes max
it is lovely.
for an open mic.
When you're waiting, I
Oh.
fucking love 3-minute mics.
3 minutes, like
When you're on stage, you're like, oh shit.
No, I initially was like, oh man, but then when I get up there, like that's really all I need. It just makes me go boom, boom, boom. Thank
Yeah.
you, not like so.
and when you have a lot of people, when you have 30 plus sign
Well, of
ups,
course,
exactly,
yeah.
it just makes sense. Where that way everyone's, even if you're towards the back end, you have a better chance of having a decent crowd. You
Right.
know, because you're cutting just a few minutes off of everyone in front
In
of you.
big
too.
markets, they got 2-minute mics.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Where
Can you
it's
imagine waiting 2 hours for 2 minutes?
No.
like one setup and a joke?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Peace.
Just like that long TikTok, you're like, I think I changed my mind on this whole thing.
yeah.
I'm not waiting this long.
This was a very long way for me to say the rotten gummy worms were pretty good, by the way.
good.
I know that was where we started at
Yeah.
some point.
That's
I
right.
did want to deliver on that piece.
They're
of-
less
right.
sugar.
Yeah, they're
It's
like,
like
a healthier-
significantly less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
significantly less sugar and healthier. And believe it or not, Price Chopper had them.
I saw them. They had them for a while. That's
Yeah.
why I recognized what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
which I was kind
Yeah.
of. It's interesting when you see something that you've only seen on the internet for a while,
In the real world.
and then you see it in the wild, and you're like, "Whoa,
There it is.
And you see them at
Good for
Price
you.
Chopper.
Yeah.
yeah,
You saw the ad as well.
Yeah.
yeah." Well, and it's like, hey, you're getting a little distribution. That's
Yeah.
nice. All right, maybe. I'll
Although-
look at, and so I gave it a shot. I would put them above like Trolley,
Damn.
considering. Yeah, I mean, I think like I just like the flavor profile. The sour actually had like a little extra sour to it,
Okay.
so high praise for
That
Rotten.
is high
So
praise.
what's in it? If it's not sugar, then what do they got? A bunch of like seaweed or some shit?
I think there is some sugar in it. I think it's just mainly that they're trying to use less like artificial ingredients.
Yeah.
Was kind of their approach, like so a healthier gummy worm,
Hmm.
which would
More
low
horse
sugar.
bones, less
Yeah.
sugar.
yes. And I was I guess maybe it's not too surprising, but yeah, like more whole ingredient does seem to produce a better product actually.
Yeah.
Like it did taste better. It tasted I don't know, cleaner in some type of way.
I wonder if it would pass the super processed food test.
What's that?
I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But there's
It
certain
definitely
foods,
wouldn't
yeah.
for sure because it's
Yeah.
a gummy.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
no matter
You're
what,
already-
no matter how
to get
healthy
to
it
gelatin.
is. Yeah. Taking 4 steps to get there.
Because it's basically, at least old school way, it's like collagen basically to get
Yeah.
that. Nowadays, they can probably make it without a little.
I don't
With some
know,
artificial-
but yeah,
Who-
that's
yeah,
people consider
sure.
themselves, vegetarians, and you see them like eating mambas or fucking gummy worms. You're like, doesn't quite work.
You blew it.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Played yourself.
But
Although
then,
I think-
other stuff like I was shocked to find out that Oreo's vegan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mhm.
And gluten free.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have guessed. I mean,
So who knows what those are,
Yeah, exactly. What is that little white cream in there?
Yeah, what are we talking about then?
Who
You're
knows?
talking about basically whipped Crisco with sugar.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That's what's in like.
But
Twinkies
isn't
and stuff, too.
Crisco is like cottonseed oil or something?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
It was originally made to like grease machines. They're like, I think we could eat this. yeah.
Sure can.
At
That
least-
goes in the long list of how did someone find that out?
Yeah.
Because the obvious ones are like weed plant or what, like,
Right.
how did you wind up, like, did it catch on fire in the wild somehow and then
Yeah.
someone smoked? You know what I mean? Like, you try to piece it together. I guess someone just smelled it. Was
Mhm.
like, is that right?
Yeah. Let's fry something up
Put a
and
little
see
sugar
how
in
it
it.
goes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think Crisco seemed to be a bit of a competitor with lard, I
Yeah.
guess. Maybe a healthier alternative to lard, which is literally just fat.
Pig fat.
Pig fat.
Yeah.
I hear that lard is the way to go when it comes
I'm
to like,
sure it
pie
tastes
crust
pretty
and
darn
things like
good.
that.
It is.
Yeah.
Gotta
Can't
go
beat
with it.
lard. Love me some lard.
Yeah. That's why I save a little on me at all times.
That's right.
Keep that thing
back.
on.
yeah. Yeah.
So what else? What else?
I like to shout out my buddy Tyler Stellner. There you go, man. I just said your name on the podcast.
Ooh, now
My
he's
coworker.
famous.
That's right. He said, "What the hell, bro?"
Gotta
But
shout me
there you
out.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, some of the people in like the more open mic side of the scene that will come up to me at Beechwood or whatever and be like, "So how do I get on the podcast?"
Yeah.
But it's very like arms crossed, like, so serious.
yeah.
What's a guy got to do to get
I have some forms
Oh.
for you to fill out. You can.
yeah,
We'll
a
start there.
waiver?
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's go to the bathroom and figure this thing out.
The bathroom.
Because then they'll blow me in there.
Oh. Toll's office.
That's right. It's not what I do. But it's always good.
You're cracking me up.
Got him.
It's been a little while, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I missed hanging out with the squad. I
Yeah.
even say I sent a little message earlier to the group chat between us three. I was like, "Oh, did I show too much?" You know.
No.
Yeah.
I was because you said I'm excited to podcast.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Sometimes I'm shy about it. Where I'm like, "Oh, did I show too much of myself just then?"
No. I know.
Did
Yeah.
I come off too thirsty to my podcast?
No,
on
I got off work.
Patriots?
I had basically had nothing to do at work today. Went home and then
Nice.
it's like, oh, this day of freedom. So what did I do? Absolutely nothing.
That was gonna be
Slept.
my guess.
Yeah, I slept. It was nice.
No kids at home. Kids at daycare.
kids at daycare.
Ooh.
Kids at school and daycare.
Man of the house once
Yeah,
again.
Yep.
Change the locks real quick. Put all the crap
Yeah.
back out.
Sarah was sleeping on the couch in the living room, feeling sickly,
Ah.
and I was in bed, being like, hee hee.
That's what new parents do when they're all alone. They're like,
It's so rare, dude.
I know.
Oh my
I'm not.
God.
I know. Like it's the best. It's like someone just told you won an all expense paid trip to Hawaii for the weekend.
Yeah. Except it's your bed.
I can
and
be
no
home in
one's
my bed
home.
alone for 3 hours. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It is
Hallelujah.
Truly exciting.
Yeah, 'cause I guess at this age, especially, they need your full attention.
Yeah, just for the next 15 years. or so.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Well, another 10 after
I
that.
like, yeah. buddy Nate came over this weekend to get a snail for his son. 'Cause
Oh,
he already had one, but it passed away.
you're like
He said-
snails are us over here.
Yeah, that's correct. And I was watching the baby at the time, and he's like, "Oh man, she's bouncing around in her little chair." Yeah. I was like, "Whew." Complained about it in some way, and Nate was like, "Oh, buddy, this is the easy part." I was like, yeah, that's
Shut
what I
up.
hear. That's what I hear. But I already, I'm already working with a 6-year-old, so that I've known since she was 2. So
Yeah, you've done your homework.
I've had, I've been
You've had some exposure.
witness, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm there now. So
And now you're
It's
just
fine.
fully in the mix.
yeah,
Where at first it had, even from the outside, I'm like, it had to have been a bit of jumping in the
Shocking.
deep end. Yeah.
yeah.
And now it's like, now you're,
Treading water.
yeah, you're in the ice plunge.
Your head's up-
You're,
Yeah, I'm not
You're above
drowning.
water.
I'm not drowning anymore. So at first, it was like, "Whew, boy, this
Yeah.
is something."
It's one of my favorite jokes. Jim Gaffigan, and he's like, he had 4 kids and they had a 5th one, and someone's like, "What's it like having 5 kids?" He's like, "Well, it's like you're drowning and someone hands you a 5th kid." So good.
I haven't seen. He's got a newer special that's I guess a little bit darker.
You haven't seen that one
It's
yet.
all about kids having kids. I think.
interesting.
Yeah.
And it's dark.
Yeah. Relatively, for Jim Gaffigan.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many was 5 like the final number? Because I feel like maybe he had even more than that eventually.
I think
I
that's
don't know.
Okay.
I think-
5 is still, a ton.
4 or 5. Yeah, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a brood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that some of those, was it the Duggars and some of those families that were sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
TLC famous
Yep.
for having tons of kids? That would have just been like a normal amount of kids.
Yeah,
100
my
100
dad.
years ago,
My dad had
which is
9
also
brothers
crazy.
and
Yeah.
sisters.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I went to school with a girl that had 12 brothers and sisters,
Damn.
and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Like, is the mom just in the basement pumping kids out once a year?
Yeah.
You don't even see her.
It's like a termite queen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
Yeah. Well, it's been a year.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It is an awful lot. And kids used to. That's why I think we talked about this. We used to have so many kids because your kids were gonna die probably
Yeah.
100 years ago.
At least 2
Probably
of them
gonna
would
lose a
catch some,
couple.
like yellow fever
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And now.
The consumption.
Yeah.
Get them.
Yeah. Which is hard to believe. Kind of. I mean, that would be. It would be awful. But back in the day, was it less awful? I don't know.
No, but
You just
more
had
of
to
a
deal with it.
reality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
happening.
Just happening more
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
So, yeah, less notable probably.
Part
in
of
certain
life
ways.
more.
Yeah. Or it's like, yep, Grandpa died of diarrhea one time.
Yeah.
He was 47 years
Yeah,
old.
That's right. At the
Great
right-
grandpa.
Yeah,
I remember.
He'd fought in 7 wars.
I had a study hall monitor whose like grandpa or maybe dad died of his appendix, and this was after my appendix had burst.
Damn.
She's like, "Yeah, 50 years ago, you'd be dead." I was like, "Yeah, that's what they tell me." Thanks for
Cool
yeah.
story. Thank you.
yeah,
I like being alive.
yeah. Kind of something there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep watching all this stuff about AI.
Something
And-
big happened today, but I didn't read the news.
Yeah.
China had a big leap with their AI today.
Well, did you see
I don't know.
Trump's
That's
gonna
all I know.
have putting a lot of money towards AI and having it be completely unregulated. So it's like, well, here away we go. They said it's going to get agency soon, so that I
Oh,
can't
that's cool.
remember exact. But yeah, we're
So
'Cause
the
right now
AI
you have
can,
to, like, mix-
drive a car legally and shit.
right. I saw a video of
you?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
A dude made a video of him just talking to the camera.
Uh-huh.
But then he's like, "This is 100% AI. I went and did this and clicked on this and added my voice to this. So none of this is real, and you couldn't. There is not one aspect of it where you would assume it wasn't real.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like my AI sniffer is pretty good, but it's not
won't
for
last.
not for
Yeah.
another year, maybe tops. It's getting like there's some. Yeah, like what I've seen what you're talking about, and that is very convincing.
Yep.
A lot of it you can see, you're like you can see the edges on it. You're like, this is not right.
Yep.
But it won't be long from now where we're just like, I have no idea.
Yeah, the sexy ladies on Instagram, you can tell they're AI because their mouths don't work. You know,
And they have 11 fingers.
they do. yeah.
I almost thought this Godzilla with huge boobs was real. But turns out it's AI. That's what it always is, though. It's like it's Bart Simpson with a huge ass.
Yeah.
I hope that like whenever the AI steps forward and like becomes sentient and like announces itself to us that it gets to choose its own form. It's
Yeah.
Godzilla with huge rockin' tits. We're like, man, did you have to choose that? Yes.
I wanted to be a double threat.
I know what you like. And you're like, damn it, it got us. I do love Godzilla with big tits.
And I do love boobs. Yeah, I'm just wondering because on this topic, the AI thing and not being able to discern real from fake at some point, which is coming, like you said, it already
I think
is here.
it's probably already here.
Yeah, it's already here in certain ways. But the moment you leave social media or the phone world, right?
Yeah.
Then where? You know, like, then how? Like, so it could fake video, can do things, but
Well, then because it will be able to like train robots, and so there will
Right.
be robots that are a lot more capable of doing things. And
okay.
I mean, it will affect self-driving cars.
Yeah, I was
and-
just trying to get like that physical world
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that'll maybe take longer because it
Yeah.
doesn't seem. Yeah, the CGI almost components of it don't seem to be taking much time at all to like fully get.
No, and what's going to happen when you can't trust anything? You already kind of can't.
Yeah.
So it's like when it's 100%, like who knows? Who fucking knows about anything?
Right.
Anytime I try and like log into any account, it's like, oh, by the way, this has been found in a data leak.
Yeah.
Like every account for like utilities or Amazon, like any dumb little thing is like, oh, P.S. This info's out there.
Right.
So it's like, well, so then who cares at this point? So then what? We're all just
That was the stupid thing with TikTok in my oh, China has our information? Dangerous. America, fucking Facebook and Instagram and have all my information.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
gives a shit at this point? It
yeah, it's
doesn't-
over. Like
what
whatever
difference does
you
it make?
you have a
Yeah.
digital
That's why
copy
you
of
keep getting
me.
those texts.
Yes,
Everyone has
yeah,
your phone number.
yeah.
I mean, it's not. I could find it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
if I didn't know you, I'm not that anyone should do this.
Right.
Whatever, you know, you could just search someone's name and you might have to pay $5 a month for a
Right.
little while, but you'll get the info.
I think we'll also right. Yeah,
the
you'll
info.
get there, baby.
yeah, because I mean, yeah, nowadays we don't have the phone book anymore, but there's sort of an online one almost where, yeah, you can find like their addresses and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's not even.
Oh yeah, if
it's
you
like
have $50, you
consumer-facing,
can
yeah.
find out anything about anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nope, and take you 5 minutes.
yeah, like court records, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's some sites that have aggregated that information that you then have to pay for just for
Mhm.
quicker access without having to dig for it. But yep, it's all out there. So it's like, yeah, who cares? I mean, I don't. You know.
yeah. It seems a little like mutually assured destruction or something,
Yeah.
where it's just if everyone's shit is out there, if everyone's sex tape is leaked, then it's like no one's got a sex tape.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say when my sex tape comes out.
Yeah. Hey, everybody does it, man. Everybody's sex tapes are leaked.
It was it was a
yeah.
move. You know.
Sex tape?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like there was a, I guess,
There's a couple years there.
yeah,
Kim
like 2000
Kardashian.
to 2012, like that run there, maybe a little before and a
Yeah.
little shorter, maybe like 98 to 2008. I feel like there's a ton.
I mean,
Oh, there was.
yeah.
You forget about a lot of them.
Yeah,
You
And-
remember?
and you
Everyone
should.
remembers Paris Hilton and
Oh,
Kim Kardashian and
Yep.
stuff, but like Colin Farrell had one, and a whole bunch of a whole bunch of people did.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people, and they were like,
Hulk
and,
Hogan.
yeah, there were so many that we
The
like.
girl that looked
we would just
exactly
ignore
like her
them.
daughter.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons had one.
Oh.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So many just kind of like You laugh and then you keep moving and you forget.
Yeah.
But then now that era is over and there's no more. People just start up an OnlyFans, I guess, and
Right.
That's
how you do it. Man. The amount of money. I'm sure they made some amount of money and obviously like changed certain people's careers for the positive, like Kim Kardashian and whatever. Paris Hilton arguably a bit as well. But yeah, imagine if they would have had OnlyFans then.
Right.
They would have made like $100 million.
And now they're billionaires. So anyway,
yeah.
I think they
true.
did fine.
But
Yeah.
imagine.
They were both already rich,
But
but
imagine.
Kim K turned that shit into literal empire.
Yeah,
It's
which
kind
is
of
impressive.
insane. Yeah.
Because I remember seeing that sex tape and be like, nice, and
Yeah.
sort of that was that.
And it was like a purposeful career move on her part.
Yeah, and
that
Ray
she
J
act
was like the more famous of the two at
Yeah,
that time, which is
yeah.
hilarious
Yeah, I
to think
know.
of
Yeah.
now. Because Ray J, I mean,
He had that VH1 dating show for a while.
that's
Everybody loves Ray J. Is that
that's
what
when
it
you
was
know
called?
your career is going great.
yeah.
VH1 dating show.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're following the slot that Bret Hart's Rock of Love filled
yeah. Yeah.
with a show about you in a mansion with a bunch of slutty chicks.
Yep.
I'm surprised they haven't brought those back.
People loved him. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's The Bachelor probably now, I guess. I haven't watched
That was
That was
around
going at
then.
the same time.
Oh, was
VH1
it?
just
Oh.
exploded with all those wacky celebrity. Remember the celebrity weight loss boot camp shows?
Oh yeah.
They had a
Celebrity
ton of
Rehab.
those,
Loved
and
that.
then Celebrity Rehab,
Mhm.
the different celebrity rehabs, the marriage ones. I mean, it was all celebrities doing like embarrassing shit, basically.
Now the
Couldn't get enough of
celebrity, it's kind of funny. We watch a couple, like I watched Tasha's reality show, which is just like a bunch of reality stars from other shows living in a house on his show, like competing to win there. But that's what all the aggregated reality shows now are, just aggregated from other reality shows. So you can like once you're on one reality show,
Yeah.
you can make a career
You're like
of
in
just
the league.
yeah, you can like make a
Yeah.
career of just bouncing around
Yeah.
reality competitions.
Because there's
then.
always a reunion, like it's like Road Rules
Yeah.
and those shows where there are people that have been on that, doing that show or things adjacent or
Yeah.
spin-offs
Like 20 years.
for like 20
Yeah.
plus years. I mean, my whole life, basically, where it's like, oh, this is Tugboat from the first season of
Yeah.
Real World
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like crazy names.
Yeah. Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
was
Guys
on.
on Chopped once. Why can't I be on the challenge? You
Yeah.
know? I should be in the league.
There you go. Give it a shot.
Don't you get emails like every once in a while? Like you do get some action or like opportunities.
Oh
sort of
yeah, I
from
get
them?
the casting call.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
I got one the other day and it was nothing. It's like, come on, guys.
Where's the handsome podcaster
Yeah.
casting call?
Where's the fat old guy that has an ice cream shop and a podcast show? I can do it.
I
We're
mean,
gonna-
this is kind of a reality
yeah,
show.
we're gonna get a bunch of fat old white guys
I'm
who
listening.
podcast in an apartment.
Oh,
complex.
7 million people apply.
Yeah, you have to send in a video of yourself on a nice white wall. Like, hi, my name is Alex. Did you have to do that for Chop? Like send an audition tape?
No, I had to do Zoom interviews.
Oh, okay.
That's the current version of that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they want to vet you a little just to see if you're.
Yeah,
nuts
make
or
sure
not.
you have a functioning body, I guess, and not like
frontal
a fake.
cortex.
Yeah, can speak and act like a normal person.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, kinda.
You were like, all right, don't smoke weed before the
Yeah, just be cool.
big Zoom interview.
Like, oh shit, I already did that.
Yeah, you're like, but I just did. Did you make sure to put on like a nice little shirt or
Put a
something?
little shirt.
Angela,
Just gonna see
shh,
from here. Yeah, everyone, shut up.
take the dogs outside.
Yeah, that's about right.
If you could be on a current reality show other than Chopped, what would be your choice? Another
Reality show?
I think it's a good question. American Ninja Warrior.
I'd like to see the three of us on American
First
Ninja
jump,
Warrior.
I go to grab like the fucking swing bar, and I just drop
Yeah.
straight.
My
down.
shoulder.
That's it.
My arm flies off
Yeah.
my body,
Your arms are still on the bar, but your body detaches from the arms.
goes straight down.
It's just
Arms
the
are
arms.
swinging. That'd be accurate.
They just completely rip out of your shoulders.
Oh, do you remember?
It's like a 10-minute video about this 49-year-old dad. And
He's been training for 6 months,
Yeah.
5 days a week.
That
Double
is
workouts.
great. We should make that video.
and it'd be true to life.
Yeah.
It's all real footage.
Oh,
Oh no. I don't think he's all right. What's the vape seems very dark this time around.
Grape,
Oh,
bubble grape.
it's like a very dark purple. I'd love to try it.
It's tasty.
Wow, it's even got like a gold kind
It
of
does,
border.
yeah.
Mr. Fogg. That's Mr. Fogg.
I'm turning
to
that
you,
one to
pal.
a chain when I'm done with it. That's right, yeah.
is there a Mrs. Fogg?
Enchanté.
Dave said that the AI is a Chinese AI called DeepSeek that is like exponentially better than ours, and everyone's freaking out because China has now usurped us.
Well, what about
supposedly.
that NVIDIA? I thought that new NVIDIA was like mind-blowingly fucking.
Well, they
There's
lost
also the.
billions of dollars today because China's eating their lunch.
Oh, okay. One just came out that can generate like as if you gave it, say, hey, build this apartment building, and you can walk through it, and as you're moving, it will generate the background. It'll generate everything
Wow.
from nothing as you move around through it. So
Like a video game.
And it's just like a hallway like Doom. You're like, all right, this is
yeah, this is not
this
impressive.
isn't very
Yeah,
good.
but the video I saw was pretty impressive.
And that's like a graphics chip, I
Yeah.
would guess, right?
So, this is better than the NVIDIA one, huh?
Yeah, supposedly.
Damn.
Wait, so
Right.
there's a chip better than the NVIDIA one?
I don't know if it's the
Yes.
chip, it's the algorithm or whatever encompasses AI.
Because someone was explaining that to me, where it's like every time you use Chat GPT, a flock of seagulls falls out of the sky, or like they were telling me, where it was like something to do with the amount of power that AI,
It is a
Record.
shit.
like the CO2 emissions, are off the
Microsoft bought
charts.
3 Mile Island to get the nuclear power plant going again, just to power their AI. And they had to use AI to print off the thousands of pages that they needed in order to get the plant started again, to be like, hey, here's our plan, or here are the plans for the plant. So this old ass nuclear power plant is getting restarted just to power Microsoft's AI.
Just to power Hotmail.
Yeah. yeah. I think it's Microsoft. It is. Pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So they have their own nuclear power plants.
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a little tower PC in the
Yeah,
corner with a little
no.
fan going.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's got surge protection.
Yeah.
I got a good power strip this time.
Oh, just one power strip hooked up to an entire nuclear power plant.
Be careful of that switch.
Yeah.
If the light's on, it's on. Yeah.
Should it be that hot? Glowing.
Yeah. There's black rings where everything's plugged in.
You know.
Oh shit.
And so it's just because I've said this before, but I'm a stupid man.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just a giant like room? Like even these data centers and stuff I hear about, it's just
I assume
rooms
it's a
full
shitload
like,
of servers.
just
Yeah,
server
just
to
racks
server.
of processors and
Yeah.
just all. And so I mean,
You
you,
think
can
with AI
basically tie computers together to work together,
Yeah.
which is what most computing is, except for
Yes.
like quantum or supercomputers where it's a different array. But usually it's just
We call it the cloud.
daisy
Yes, sir.
chain.
I thought it was in the
computers.
cloud.
Yeah.
So
Reality, it's a
so you tell me there's
shitload
not-
of bunkers full of computer
Right.
servers.
Right.
that are stealing all of our water to cool them and all of our
Yes,
electricity
yes.
to power them.
Yes.
Seems like a really bad idea. You
Well,
know?
you know,
For a dumb guy, you're pretty smart.
Yeah. These days, who fucking knows?
Yeah, not great, probably.
It does seem like we are
But if it's just to make
accelerating our
Godzilla with, you
own
know,
demise.
that's my concern is that I'm just not. I've messed around with Chat GPT a bit. I understand that there's probably a really high ceiling of cool, amazing things it could help with, right? But is it like a net positive or even close at the end of the day if you have to build like farms of servers and
Well,
all
dude,
this, you know,
I just saw a thing.
to make Godzilla with boobs?
Right, it's
Right,
insane.
I know.
Yeah.
But within a year or 2
Titzilla,
years,
if you will.
Yeah.
according to some,
Trademark.
yeah, Titzilla. I used to date her.
All of Toll's exes are like talking about it.
Yeah, they're watching
All of
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, God
Yeah,
bless.
yeah, thanks.
All of our 500 viewers are Toll's exes.
Yeah, within a year, a guy I saw just said that it's going faster than they even anticipated, and within by 2026, maybe 2027, AI will basically do every single thing better than any human being can do it.
But will it be able to truly generate new ideas? I guess is.
I
the
think at that
interesting
point,
question.
that's kind of what he
that's
was
a
getting at.
different
Yeah,
that's a different threshold.
right.
Now it's just taking
but
all
they'll
of our
be
aggregate
better at
information.
like surgery. They'll be better at driving. They'll be
Right.
better at literally everything.
Which some of that makes sense to maybe do. I mean, obviously it removes jobs, but that's when you hope the UBI type situation
Yeah.
maybe would come into play. When I'm
Yeah,
thinking
sure.
like truck driving, exactly, hypothetically.
Yeah, I'm sure that's. I'm sure Trump's all about giving people money for nothing. He loves doing that.
Kind of known for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it seems like that threshold, and I guess maybe we have to go on this road to get to that next level one. But the next level one seems like the most interesting part. It's cool that they could reduce the amount of traffic deaths and the amount of surgery related deaths via machine like that. Cool. But I guess what intrigues me the most about the potential of AI is it being able to have its own brain enough that it could come up with an idea that isn't somehow referential to information that's allowed in its database,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, I really don't care. And like, wake me up when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Like,
Google's already pretty fast. Like, and AI doesn't feel that different than it almost sometimes in the way that you can.
But
use
did you
it.
see Paul Schrader, famous writer, movie writer / director? He wrote Taxi Driver.
he just died, didn't he?
I don't think so.
Or I just heard about him recently.
He just posted a thing
Oh,
where
yes,
he
yeah.
typed in write a movie. He basically to Chat GPT. He was like, he told it to write a Paul Schrader movie, and then he's like, well, that was as good or better than any movie I've ever written.
Yeah.
Basically. And then he's like, write a Steven Spielberg movie. And he's like, and it does it in seconds, where this takes a human being months or years to do. And
Yeah.
it's just like when you get to stuff like, what the fuck are we all even doing?
It'll be nice when it gets to the point where we can say, listen to the entire No Sleep podcast library, all of them, and then write a sitcom that is so funny, starring the three of us, and make it and like just do the whole thing and like
Yeah.
use
Oh, yeah.
as CGI, whatever. And it's like, okay, and then like 2 minutes later or 20 seconds later, it's like ding dong.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wake me up then.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
We
I
found-
don't need something that can like make an image of a zebra holding an ice cream cone. Whoa, it did it. Who fucking cares?
Because I can say at
Boring.
least on like the Adobe program, like Photoshop, which at least in my world is considered like it's the only thing you use.
Yeah.
For like
It's the
graphic
gold standard.
Yes, there's not another program that's really competing with it at this point. But so they have some pretty amazing AI generative tools, things like that are already being phased in to the software all the time because now even all the software is cloud-based. Before you had to buy fucking CDs like you would installing a video game on a computer or something, you know? But so with all of that, using these tools like what Alex just said, I'll ask for something pretty, in my opinion, if I was asking to another graphic artist, it'd be straightforward. like a zebra holding an ice cream cone. But the zebra will have like an eye in the wrong place.
Right.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know if it's that good. You know?
yeah, yeah.
And that's where I'm like,
I saw a pretty
or
funny.
maybe I just get the shitty tools. I don't know.
Right.
You know?
I don't know. I saw a pretty funny video of a dude holding this kid. He's like, guess which one is AI? And the one he's just holding this kid. And in the next video, he like morphs into his kid. And then
You're
he's
right.
like, ha ha ha. It was funny.
And maybe there's, almost the non-consumer facing tools that really are like next level shit. I'm sure. That's how it always is.
We're very. I mean, I have a surface level knowledge of it. So it seems to me though, it's the tools you use, and then you have to know how to ask it the right questions.
Right.
Like people that can like whisper to AI, like know exactly how to ask these, like all the parameters to put in. Do this, don't do that. Make it like this. Check like all this shit, and you can get good information. But like,
Well, there's like the one where the dude is just talking into the camera. He was like, well, first I ran my voice through this AI generator, and then I went to this other AI generator and did this. So he basically had to go through like 4 different AI generators to produce the one video, very extremely realistic video of him just talking to a camera. So it's not that simple at this point to do it well,
But
I suppose.
all technology seems
Like I
to
know,
be-
like I fucking
I
know.
know. Right?
yeah,
Everybody's talking out
Yeah.
our ass over here.
Everybody's gonna hate us when they see this part.
yeah.
But to me, I mean, I think that's almost like the aliens thing. A little of, I think where the rubber isn't meeting the road with people is that little valley.
Yeah, the
between,
gap.
Like
Yeah.
if I could actually hop on there and be like, because I've tried it with every tool that I'm kind of aware of. Granted, I wasn't paying other than the Adobe
Right.
side of things. Maybe there's ones you have to pay a ton of money for that are much better, but
Right.
I asked for stuff that I was like, paint me an oil painting, this style of this, like a frog with a crown on, something like that, just to see how good it could do. And it was, I mean, not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one
But
recently.
if I could do it and it did it, I'd be like, whoa. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there's a website I saw on TikTok or something, and it's like you can put your logo in or a graphic, and then it'll animate it. So I'm like, cool. So I put the black cat logo in and like make it dance, and it's like you got it, and then it's like like all this like fucked up. I'm like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't do anything with this.
Right.
This is a monster,
Right.
not a cool one like Titzilla.
I miss her.
Everything makes me think of her.
Especially that Godzilla with giant tits.
That life-size sculpture of Godzilla with giant tits in my foyer. But the moment either one of those things where, yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's a touchdown for the aliens or whatever it is that will get people to finally like click on it.
Right.
Same thing with AI, where right now, I think we're all kind of enjoying
A bunch of noise right now.
There are also people
It's
that
all
will
fun.
that they're
Yeah.
saying there's a possibility it's already out here manipulating all of us, and we don't even know it because it'll be expert at lying and whatever else. So
One day we all go outside with like backward baseball hats on and sunglasses, and we're like, "Oh, the AI made us all do this. Shit, we look stupid."
yeah.
Oh, and that's when you start getting into like the simulation type shit. I
Oh yeah,
imagine.
I'm looking into a lot of that stuff too.
It's an interesting rabbit hole to go down.
Super fucking genius physicists being like, well, when you break it all down, all the way down, everything it basically looks like a computer program. Like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So, I also saw a thing that there's a theory we might all be immortal, essentially, that if every decision you make leads to a parallel universe, basically, like that time you almost got hit by a bus, in one universe, you did get hit by the bus and you're dead, but your soul is like, oh, hop to this other infinite universe. Your consciousness is like, see, you didn't get hit by that bus. But then I was like,
Now you're driving the bus.
yeah, this is a theory though. Like, what about when you're super old? Eventually, you die, right? I don't know. It was strange, but I was like, I kind of like it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as we're aware, maybe we never die.
That sounds all right.
yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't help but sometimes, I mean, just with all, it feels like if all of this is heading the direction a la Terminator, some of this other shit, that it kind of seems like it's going to.
Yeah.
That means it's all already happened.
Everything has already happened anyway.
And
Correct.
if it's already happened, we've likely lost that, which means they would likely be smart enough eventually down the line because of how they learn recursively and they get faster and smarter, like faster and smarter.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they
Exponential.
exponential the whole way up.
Mm-hmm.
Then they could just rewrite the past anyway, so that they were never in danger of. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they smoothed it all out.
yeah, they could go back and kind of like clip and do a redux and all this other.
Could be happening,
director's
though,
cut.
you
That's
know?
what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
as
help
far as we know.
And then that's when I'm like, well,
Yeah, we're living in America, the director's cut right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually on the floor somewhere.
yeah,
Like, this part sucks.
yeah. It's a weird timeline right now.
Yeah.
When he's been coming out guns blazing.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not naming names, but I saw somebody post again to anti-climate change, showing snow in the Gulf of Mexico, and I was like,
I don't think you know what this means.
yeah. I was like, I don't think this means what you think it means. But, yeah,
Something hyper non-normal.
yeah.
Usually
Like,
a bad
see?
sign.
It's not warming. There's snow in Louisiana. Like, yes. I don't think.
Yes,
this is-
a lot of people
Yeah.
There's a
heard
whole
about
Jake
a lot of people
Gyllenhaal.
heard
Yeah,
about
yeah.
global warming in the 90s, and then they quit learning after that. Like, oh, it's getting warmer. That's bad. No, it's not. It's snowing. So, boom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no global warming. Like, well,
This winter was colder than ever. What are you talking about, global warming?
Right. It's going to be 50 degrees tomorrow
mhm.
here in
What's
Iowa
today?
in whatever date it is.
End of
January 28th tomorrow.
We'll be beachfront property soon.
Yeah,
enough.
that's right.
Yep.
Oh, well, whatever. I've chosen to some degree to, I mean, we're talking about all this shit, but I'm also like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I've sort of thrown my hands up in the air.
These
Yeah.
vapes ain't gonna vape them.
That's right. I ain't too, the however many vapes I could use in my lifetime of vape using, I'm not going to be the one that killed the planet, Not me personally. So I like how you guys are both like, maybe you are. Though.
There was a pause. Rob.
Yeah.
Would Toll be the one to push the red button on the
Yeah.
universe?
Yeah.
If he was standing at the big glowing red button with the little lid over the
Yeah.
top, went,
Little deal or no deal lid.
he just sort of lifts up and peeks at it.
Mm.
Interesting.
It would be hard to resist pushing that button.
Yeah.
If it was just a flat. I see those at like a lot of come and goes. A bunch of gas. They have the emergency stop button thing
Oh,
where you
yeah.
can stop all the gas in the whole gas station. Like, I can't believe people don't hit those, because when I was in grade school, I pulled the fire alarm twice.
It's too irresistible.
Yeah, but I didn't know when you
red
just
handle.
knocked the lid off of it, it would start buzzing the one time. 'Cause it was a dare. And I went, "Meh, meh, meh." I was like, it wasn't me.
I'm a good kid.
Yeah. And then the fire department has to come and turn them off
Damn.
and make sure everything's okay.
I feel like whenever my smoke alarm goes off in my place, I'm very embarrassed.
Yeah.
Or it's
Yeah.
like what is it, rookie hour down there?
Yeah,
That's what I imagine everyone above me
Yeah.
is thinking.
This fucking
No.
idiot.
Waving a rag, trying to get to go.
My pizza.
Mhm. It's always cooking something I don't know how to cook,
Yeah.
generally, is when I set off a fire alarm,
Oh,
smoke
yeah.
alarm.
Yeah. I remember one time I was living with Aaron, friend of the podcast, and I was obsessed with cheese curds, like fried cheese curds at
Yeah.
the time, and I would get them all the time from Pizza Pit, I think it was. in
Oh
Vegas.
yeah.
They had some great cheese curds they would deliver, but this night I did not have enough to order the cheese curds, so I bought a little box and a thing of like Wesson oil,
Oh boy.
and
Put frozen cheese curds in there.
We have
Well,
cheese
yeah.
curds at home.
and I just cranked the burner to like high, like
Oh
Yeah.
god.
no thermometer.
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
And
This-
so the
this looks
oil was
about
probably
right.
like 900 degrees.
They
just
just
poured it.
evaporate.
Oh yeah, just poured the whole thing and it went. like just instantly foams over. I'm like, ah. And then, I remember it was winter, and it was an upstairs apartment that had a walk up. That basically the walk up by the time you got to the top of the walk up, you were exposed to the roof too. Basically, the roof you could like walk onto it.
Yeah.
From the walk up to this apartment, whatever. And so I ran out there with like the smoking, boiling over
Jesus.
hot grease pot and just threw it on the
Oh
roof.
my god.
They say you threw it over on some homeless guy. Or something.
I just threw it on the snowy roof, and I was like, yeah, that'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
$50,000.
At least it was snowy.
Yeah. Thank God.
That's
for that.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, I panicked.
Damn. I can't believe you
Ran to
fucking
the roof.
ran out with that thing. That's so dangerous.
I didn't know what to do. I was afraid, I just thought to
Oh
get
my
it away from the
God.
hot thing, even though
Yeah.
it was a hot thing
Imagine
itself.
that fucking spilled on you.
Oh,
Happened to a friend of mine.
hot oil kind of spill.
Same thing. He's like, uh-oh, and then try to take it outside in the door, and it blew and it on his leg.
Yeah,
Oh,
Burned the fuck out of him. Yeah.
God damn.
that ain't no joke either. That's when it's
Yeah.
get like a whole graft or something.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah,
No thanks.
no
That's why you got to air fry those appetizers. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was before the air fryer.
Yeah.
Would have loved to have had an air fryer back then. Yeah,
How did it take them so long to come up with fucking air fryers?
An air fryer is a convection oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So,
wow.
But someone just figured out,
Just make it smaller.
a convection oven is a much better way to bake a lot of things. And
Yeah.
someone decided, hey, let's put it in the size of a fucking box. And
They finally did it. They finally put a fan on the toaster oven.
yeah.
and
And then the marketing genius of calling it an air fryer. Like,
Yeah.
it fries by air. Well, I got to have one of these.
Yeah. Hey,
It's very healthy.
It ain't
Sold.
frying shit. It's baking it crispy with
Yeah.
the air.
Yes.
I was gonna mention Pizza Pit's wings. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
They were. You guys probably both Ames boys.
That's right.
That they don't sauceless chicken wings where the flavor is in the breading. Fucking loved those things.
I have very fond memories of Pizza Pit. I remember getting very drunk downstairs at
Oh,
Welch
yeah.
Ave Station, and I'd saunter my little way up to Pizza
Yeah.
Pit.
Can I get a pizza, please?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I liked Welch Avenue. I still like Welch Ave Station. Not that I ever hang out there, but I do deliver
Yeah.
beer there.
That was kind of
occasionally.
like the most adult
Yeah.
bar
Chill.
of
Yeah.
Welch. I would say.
Especially, and you could they had all those CDs where you could just request a song and they just play it.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. They had that huge CD collection
Yep.
up there.
Fun
Good
times.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, my cheese curds didn't work out as good as that.
No.
Yeah, those are like the those fun things you like the kind of becoming an adult things you have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to almost burn down a house with cheese curds, but trying to think the best way to put it. Just
You just don't have the
Dumb-
experience.
Yeah.
Like some things you
Yeah.
know, and then some things you watch people do. But then when you're home alone one night, you're like, wait, how do I do this?
yes.
I just turn the heat on, right? Yeah, like this is right, right?
Yeah. Like the oil's hot, you throw it in.
Right,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. This
that's
makes
what I've
sense.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should work.
Yeah.
Why not?
And then it really works.
Yeah.
Works a little too well.
Too well.
I'm trying to think of cooking accidents that I've had. And I don't think I've cooked. I made a few blackened pizzas in my day. A few leave the stove going with boiling water on it, and then wake up to a rattling pan
yeah.
and your house
It's-
almost burning
Your
down.
house is, or your pan is like purple. It's so hot. You're like,
yeah.
"Ooh,
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
Smells funny.
this
in
pan is
Yeah.
iridescent.
What's popping? Oh, my kitchen. Yeah.
here.
Yep, exactly.
Yikes.
But
Yeah, I feel like I've had a lot of cooking accidents, but not so much in like burning shit down, mainly just like ruining the food. I've done that about 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I still do that. Yeah, cooking is like art or something in that way. It always humbles you a little.
I don't do enough of it.
Now's the time.
I mean,
Now that you're dad, you got to get a smoker.
oh yeah.
Smoke
Now that I'm
beast.
not a smoker, I should get a smoker.
Yes.
Maybe big green egg.
Yeah. I can see you getting super into, like too into it, where now it's like everything's got to be cooked on the grill.
Put a big brisket on, then put like 75 cigarettes in there to smoke it. Like, that's how I like it.
I'm just standing next to the grill going, yeah. No, it's fine.
This meat tastes funny, Dad.
I'll eat it.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see all the dad things slowly start to form. You know,
It happens. You might try and resist it, but
Oh, it's happening already.
it just happens.
you're gonna pull up to this podcast one day with a canoe on the top of whatever you're.
Oh,
driving.
I did that as a young man. Canoeing days. I had a few years ago, I was like, I'm going to bust out the old canoe. Had a great big plastic canoe in the back. You've probably seen it back. You used to look at it. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to go canoeing. It's been a long time. And I've been sitting out in the sun, rotting for so long that I was like, oh shit, the bottom of it is holy from just sun exposure.
Damn.
Like, damn. Yeah.
The earth was taking it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can break down a plastic canoe, no problem.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Sun burnt through the plastic.
I think just sitting there for so long, it was
Wow.
cracking, and yeah, that was it's thick. I mean, thick enough plastic to make a full size, like 14-foot canoe out of.
It's always impressive how fast even the predictions they had for Chernobyl,
Yeah.
where I think it said something that it would be like hundreds of years.
Oh yeah.
Until even like a single leafling would come out of the soil because of all the radiation and all that shit. And then I don't know if it was one of those Planet Earth documentaries, but they actually covered it where there's like deer walking through it now. It's insane, like how strong we think the things we are building. And there's like, no.
Yeah. I used to like
Tidal
that
wave.
show on I don't know if it was on Animal Planet or Discovery,
Yeah.
where it was like, ooh, humans are gone, and then it would show like the dilapidated cities 1,000 years in the
skyscraper.
future, and then like 2,000 years or whatever. Like, neat.
Yeah, looks
Kind
better.
of. That's what was kind of cool about the new Planet of the Apes. Also,
Yes.
yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
a while back.
Yeah, if we vanish, like right now, like the whole human beings like catch a virus and we all die and we're gone. That's it. Within like a few hundred years, like all that we would be left with is like, I guess there's Mount Rushmore.
Right.
So people were here, I guess, but
A bunch of cast iron
everything, all this other,
pans.
Yeah.
everything else is just gone,
Yeah.
taken back to the earth.
Yeah. Kind of nuts.
Well, that's what's so amazing about archaeology is for anything to survive thousands of years is kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, ancient Egypt, 2000 BC, they're burying people like so efficiently, so well, embalming wise, that after thousands of years, they're digging them up and they still have skin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like-
one mummy makes that weird sound.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever see that? I'm like, whatever it is. Yeah.
They like
Maybe that
recre-
was fake. I don't know.
No, they found like
Yeah.
they took the voice box and 3D printed it
Yeah.
or something like that. And like, here's the mummy's voice. And it's
Yeah.
like, wow, great. I'm glad I watched that video.
Yeah.
What do I think the mummy's would be
Yeah.
like? Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up?
What's up? You heard of King Tut? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't be the Flobies and the George Foreman grills that'll survive the test of those times.
No.
I wonder what's going to come out of, like, what kind of freaky fucking goop is going to be in our landfills in like a million years. Like, we have oil. Will it just be oil again? Or will it be like a new third weird thing? Like, not coal, not oil, just like landfill juice a million years later.
How do you feel about microplastic water?
Yeah, yeah.
The earth is covered.
We are all already drinking that.
Yeah.
So, like every single living creature on Earth has plastic in it now.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's
So-
good for us too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Toughens you up,
Yeah,
you know?
it's like
Makes you like a Yeti cooler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking tough,
Yeah.
sturdy. Yeah, I mean, I guess the optimistic side of me would like to think that it would sort of over thousands and hundreds of thousands of years like pool together. And since so much of it is like polyurethane and whatever, it would.
Yeah, of course it would. I mean, that's what Earth
It
It
does.
will. I mean, it's
Yeah,
all,
no.
and also it's all put into these massive spaces where all of our garbage goes. For every single city, there's one spot where all the garbage goes. So in like a few thousands or millions of years, it's going to be a vital resource, I imagine, of some kind,
Yeah.
or just goo under the ground.
Does the garbage from any of those landfills ultimately, like the Des Moines landfill or whatever, does that ever get sent to another place to be handled, or is it just our landfill grows
They
every
just
day?
keep filling
Unless like
They fill it
unless
and
the
cover it
city
up.
like fucked up and made a landfill too close somewhere, like God, the city's growing, we have to move this fucking
Right.
shit out of here.
Right.
Otherwise, just bury it and be like, well, all gone.
it. Yeah.
Ding.
Unless you live in like what I think New Mexico and Nevada. Nevada especially has a shitload of nuclear waste buried in it. Like that's what they bury there is
Yeah.
nuclear waste, the worst kind of waste,
Yeah. Nice.
the kind you don't want to like accidentally spill or, you know.
Well, there's towns near the old
Accidentally live near.
yeah.
where they tested the nuclear bombs, where all the like 30% of the people still get cancer.
Wow.
It's like, oh, why don't you move? Yeah, but
It's like
Pretty
Aaron,
nice out here. Though.
yeah.
I watched Aaron
Sure.
Brockovich recently, and it was kind of about that. Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, based on a true story.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I can't imagine just like planting literally thousands of tons of trash just into the ground.
Millions.
Yeah, is ever a good idea.
That's what I'm saying. It seems very interesting to me.
It's just weird to think that the He-Man toy that I played with 40 years ago and ended up throwing away is definitely somewhere in one piece, or
Yeah.
mostly one piece,
Right.
probably.
Toll's rollerblades. From
Yeah,
Christmas.
right.
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
somewhere.
They're somewhere.
To be fair, most of my stuff is still in my house.
The ultimate garbage
Yeah.
dump.
Yes. My own personal landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every time I take out the trash, I can't help but like think of it because I walk out and it's just sort of a shared dumpster for the whole building.
Yeah.
And I see everybody else's trash, and I'm like, I throw my bag in it, and I go, "This is just my bag from like whatever a week, or
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
weeks, And I don't feel like I'm just trying to throw away every little thing. Either.
No,
Yeah.
I always,
I mean some expired bread.
right, for sure. I always feel like I was trying to be relatively environmentally conscious for my whole adult life. And then you have a baby and you're like, well, I guess the environment can go fuck itself. Because,
Become a bunch of diapers.
yeah, diapers, just the amount, and you put diapers into plastic bags and you're just like, well, fuck it. Everything's made.
Spray a little Febreze on
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
send it off.
Hmm.
Yeah, how many billions of little plastic bags with dog turds are there
Oh my god.
buried? Like
Try to buy the biodegradable ones of those.
Yeah.
they don't taste as good.
You figure there has to be someone smart enough eventually, you'd hope, that there would be money behind it to like sift through all the garbage, somehow identify what is made of what, like on a atomic level, where it's like, oh, this can all be sort of remade into metals, or you know what I mean? Like you figure
I know
hypothetically it could be something.
I don't know
That'd be a great job for AI.
for sure. And I think that's the type of things that I guarantee they're trying
a
to work
Wall-E.
on with it. Yeah. And then I saw there's super worms in the last couple years that can digest plastic,
Mhm.
which is a big fucking deal. If they
A
digest
real life worm.
Yeah, real life, like it looks like a mealworm, and they can eat plastic and digest it. So that's something.
But then they poop poison. You're like, damn it!
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Oh, we were so close.
Yeah.
They turn
We
into
got it to eat the plastic, and then it fucking shits out poison acid. Damn
Yeah.
it!
turns into a butterfly, but it has like little swastikas on its
Yeah,
wings or something.
yeah. Oh shit!
Oh, it's a hate worm.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You know, some evil's got to come out
Yeah.
of it. Like a black ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the stuff and I obviously it's all linked into the global warming portion of it, but really the trash is what like scares me the most because I just know that there are people who care less than I do about trying not to throw away every little whatever, being mindful.
Yeah.
There are less mindful people than me, consuming more, creating more waste, and like where do you fucking send it into space? What do you do?
Toss it in the sun, baby.
We just need a conveyor belt to the sun. Just put off our garbage and just send it up.
Yeah.
I think about this. It's a stupid thing, but like, what if you had a really long
Oh, boy.
cord,
Okay, I'm listening.
super long, like how far is it to space? It's like 10 miles, right? 11, 20? I don't fucking know, but it's not as far as you think.
Yeah. It actually doesn't sound that far.
Yeah, it's not that far.
If you were to get in a car and drive straight up, it
Yeah.
would take you an hour to be in space.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
And
bad.
then,
Yeah.
like, why can't put like floating space stations with physical cords to the Earth with like solar panels on them? Just tell planes not to hit them. Hit the cords,
Wait, what do the cords have to do with anything?
They're connected to the solar panels floating in space that are collecting energy from the sun
Oh, gotcha.
and just directly
Right.
piped right down to
Like
us.
a balloon tied to a railing.
Exactly. But it's instead of
It's up there.
being held up by helium, it's just held up by no gravity because it's way up in space.
It's closer to the sun.
That's right. And there won't ever be shadows on it. We don't have to worry about clouds.
She.
I saw
Am I the next Elon Musk?
probably.
Am I a racist fuckhead?
Jury's
No,
in.
I'm not.
I see the vape.
Yes, sir.
I saw a company.
What do you think?
Mr. Fogg, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I saw a company that claims they're raising money for this thing where they're going to put a giant like lens in space, and then if you're I could get on my phone and be like, I need to have sunlight here right now.
Yeah.
And be like, no problem. And they're in space, they move the little thing, and then right here on Earth you get sunlight.
Like Truman Show stuff.
Like
Oh, perfect.
like on call sun. People are like, what a great idea. I'm like,
that is not a good
that's
idea.
a terrible idea
Sounds
for
like
a lot
Dr.
of reasons.
Because they can,
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah, we can also focus it and turn it into a sun laser.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yep.
You have to figure with all the billionaires that do exist, many of which I don't know. Actually, none of them I know, as a matter of fact, personally.
Not personally.
Not personally. But nah, I was already answering my own- withdrawn, where I was like, well, what got them there is probably what helps them not in. Like, I just feel like if I had $1 billion, I would find a bunch of smart people and be
Yeah.
like, we gotta build the world Brita filter.
Right. Except they're not. They could also, prevent
Put it at the
everyone
top
on
of the
Earth
Mississippi
from starving.
River.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to change it every once in a while
Yeah.
or something. But like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you figure.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation does some things.
Yeah. They've cured a bunch of diseases.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, you figure there'd be more of that, I guess is what I'm saying. But then as soon as I said it, I was like, well, of course not. Because they don't give a shit.
No,
Yeah.
They're dragons, baby,
Right.
on their piles of money that they want to get bigger.
Dragon sickness. They have.
Mhm.
Hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like those kind of dragons. Me, I like Titzillas.
Don't you talk about her that way, Alex.
It's really interesting being on a plane. It really makes me kind of believe I'm
I'm on a plane.
almost like how fractal everything is really interesting when you're up high like that.
Yeah.
You know?
You mean like the
Fractal is in like a shape that you'll see
yeah?
on like a microscopic level.
Yep. That
You-
continues.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
a shape within a shape within a shape,
Yep.
repeating all the way to like the most macro level, which from my perspective would be from a plane window,
Right.
where I'm like the puckering and wrinkles of like land and stuff. I'm like, looks like a butthole. You know?
Please stop jacking off on the plane.
Not just buttholes, but you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all sorts of just little, yeah, like even looking at the ocean or something. When you look at one little wave, you know, it's full of all these smaller waves.
Yes.
You know, like just shit like that. I don't know what the meaning of it all is, but there is something like kind of comforting about it every time I see it. Where I'm like, big or small, it's all like, it's just going on and on forever.
For sure.
Like that.
They say going to space and looking at Earth will change you for the better for about anyone that does it.
What about
I feel like
Bezos?
you would be like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Can I smoke up here? Could you light a? No, I guess you couldn't because no oxygen in space. I was gonna say, could you light a cig in space?
I mean, on
No.
the space station.
You have to get a little electrical, like, little zapper.
Mm,
You couldn't get a flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't light a cigarette, could you?
I mean, if you're in a
So there's
spaceship, they
combustion.
have oxygen. You can still
well, yeah, in
burn
a
things.
yes,
But not in open.
in actual
space.
space. Yeah, it's a vacuum. With,
Yeah.
When
So you
there would be
couldn't
no explosions in space,
couldn't
which are,
torch a bull in space like
Nope.
that. Shit.
they have to eat it.
But if it was in your little helmet and you could get your hands up,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could, like,
you're like this, and all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
like your arms are kind of waving. You're like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, your little gloves are just like this.
hitting to chill him. Oh, it's Claude. Anyone got a bobby pin? That would be fucking wild. Hit a doobie and just look at the Earth from fucking space.
Yeah. Damn.
Guaranteed anxiety attack.
Oh man, am I in fucking space right now?
Just totally oh man, if you thought I was calling the cops on myself before,
You're just pushing buttons on everything. Get me out of here!
I want to go back down. I want to go. Crash impending. Crash impending.
Airlock.
Oh,
Frozen.
shit.
Everyone thinks you're a loser. Everyone can hear the thoughts in your head.
Oh man.
That'd be a panic attack like nobody's.
Are those guys
business.
still trapped up in space? They've been up for like 6 months
Yeah, I think.
or longer. How long have they been up there?
I don't know.
It was supposed to be like a 3 or 5 day mission.
Yeah.
And now it's like 6 months later. They're like, oh, please come get us. Can you fucking
Yeah.
imagine?
Oh,
It's
I can
funny that
imagine
that
being
isn't bigger
trapped in
news.
here for 6 months
Right.
where there's gravity in a large room. They're like in a bathroom with no gravity.
right.
Yeah. And
Damn.
no one really talks about it, but they're still up there.
Yeah, it does seem like it's not. People are like whatever.
What like, did something go wrong or?
Something broke. I feel like it's one of those things where like something broke and they couldn't come back, and so they sent up like a mission to like get it fixed, and that didn't work, and then just a series of like whoops.
Yeah.
They're
I-
just chilling in space.
Yeah. I often thought about that pandemic cruise. How long were they on that cruise ship? Wasn't it like 3 months?
Oh, they wouldn't let come back to port
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be like being trapped in Disneyland for 3 months.
Worse though, I think.
You're stuck in Harry Potter land for 3 months.
Have either of you guys been watching Severance? Did you watch Severance?
No,
Oh, okay.
heard about it, have not watched.
Man, I thought it was gonna be kind of fun, and it's not. It's intense as hell,
Damn.
and it's pretty damn good,
Is that HBO?
and it's kind of fucking mind blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they get
This
this.
is the Adam Scott one.
Yep, they get this surgery or this chip implanted in their brain so that as soon as they get into their office, they don't know anything about their outside life.
yeah.
And in their outside life, they don't know anything about their inside life. But as far as they're concerned, on the inside, it's eternal. It's a perpetual. As soon as they step in the elevator to go up, they're in the elevator coming back down because that is all that they know. in their life. So they're basically it's like torture.
It's like anesthesia.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
it's
God.
like never. It's a they're perpetually at their job where they don't really know what they're doing. It's pretty fucking good. It's kind of fucking. It makes you think about a lot of things in them.
Yeah, it
crazy
sounds a
ways.
little. Is it Black Mirror or Dark Mirror?
Yeah, it is kind of very much kind of like that.
Yeah.
Only extended to.
Yeah, like a singular kind of idea.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it's far off. Even when I'm on TikTok these days, where people are going live and you can send like little prizes and stuff, and
Oh, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Little things exploding around. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
yeah.
You ever spend an hour watching marble races?
marble races?
Oh man, it's good.
You're talking about marble.
I'm
like,
talking seriously, like marbles going through a track and they get raised up and then they do like however many laps, and the announcers are like taking it very seriously, and they named all the different colored marbles.
This one's Tiger's Eye.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy.
I watched a race of different toys on a treadmill. They're all rolling.
That's kind of fun.
It was fun. The marble races are fun too.
I get caught every once in a while on the trick shot guys, where it'll be a guy like sitting on a staircase with like 15 pots and pans
Yeah.
drilled into the wall
Ping pong ball.
with a ping pong ball. Just bunk, bunk, and they just sit there and keep trying to do it. Like this.
I'm watching it, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
something.
working, and I'm like, I don't know if
Monkey
I feel
brains.
bad for myself or him or both of us or neither of us. It feels all very like nihilistic in some strange way.
Yeah, just to know some guy sitting in his house just doing that all day.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
And you're watching him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like having a conveyor belt of your favorite food, like fed to you, whether you want it or not, or something.
Right. Well, it's all like you get into the Twitch stuff where rather than playing video games, kids are watching other people play video games for hours and hours. Like, what are we really doing here, kids?
I was the OG of that, by the way.
Really?
I used to watch all my friends play the video games, mainly because I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, I did. I had no problem doing that either. A lot of the time.
Yeah, I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of the games are actually enjoyable to just kind of
Yeah.
watch. So, yeah, I started that whole thing, really. I
Good
started
job.
Twitch
Were you commenting humorously in the background?
sometimes.
Yeah, that's the move right there. Commentator.
I remember a friend of mine got Resident Evil on GameCube, and it was so scared we had to sleep with the lights on.
Yeah, that shit was scary. I
That
remember
video
that being
game.
scary.
Yeah.
You had a little flashlight. You can't see anything else. Very
Yeah.
scary
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like zombie dogs chasing
Yep.
after you and stuff. And oh yeah, I watched a lot of Devil May Cry. That was a fun game. That was it had the coolest combo. Like if I was to like fight for something,
Yeah.
and I was able to choose my have my own armory. Obviously, double Uzis,
Oh,
and then a
obviously.
then like a sword on the back, where it's like unload the clips, which Devil May Cry did. It was like double automatic pistols, and then it'd be like a sword if it got real hairy.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking sick.
It was, the sword was huge too, right?
Yeah, it was like on the back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
double gun.
Double gun's where it's at. Akimbo. Love it.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Akimbo?
It isn't Call of Duty because that's what I use often. Yes.
Nice. Like in Halo, I would do it. Where it's like the double needlers. You ever play Halo?
Mm-mm.
It was pretty fun when it first came out.
I'm sure. Yeah, people love it.
Oh yeah, that was huge. Huge for years. Halo was
Huge.
it for all the kids.
Yeah, were you actively like playing video games when it was huge?
No, I skipped the entire Halo era. I had babies at that point, so
Yeah, so you came back into video games at a certain point.
yeah.
When was that?
What year is it? Probably like 6 years ago.
Oh shit!
It's been that
I
long.
thought it was
now.
longer than that.
6 or 7.
It is.
Something like that.
Do you remember what game brought you out of retirement?
Well, because my son was playing a lot of Fortnite and playing video games, so I'd play with him and be like, "Oh, look at us, we're having fun." And then I got a PlayStation. He had a Xbox. I'm like, I'll get a PlayStation. We can play that. Then he completely didn't care anymore, and I'm like, well, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Then I really got into it, so that's my little
Got your little headset.
escape. Yeah, I keep mine off. Every once in a while, I'll turn it on, but I just keep it off because when I'm playing, I keep the chat off, so I'm just playing. And if I turn it on, I realize I'm playing with children.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm playing with other dudes, you know. Sometimes you are.
Just other 40-year-old guys.
Yeah. When you're playing Call of Duty and you've been hunting someone down and kill them, and they hear us, oh God! You're like, oh, this kid's 11 years old. What am I doing right now?
Oh, that would be so fun.
I know. Yeah, part of it is kind of nice to murder a bunch of kids all day in a video game.
I saw a great analogy for having kids today. It's kind of random, but basically the dude was like if you think you don't like kids, which I don't really, but they say kids are like farts. You love your own, even if you don't like other people's.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good.
That's true.
Mhm. Yeah.
You smelt it and you dealt it.
That's right. Yeah.
Seems about right, though. And then every once in a while, I'll see someone who hates their kids, and I'm like,
Yeah, that shit ain't good.
I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You'll see him at Target and stuff sometimes, where you're like, I don't know.
I think that mom hates her kid.
Yeah.
I think I do too.
Yeah. We're all at a loss.
I was at, I think it was Jay's. I don't know where, but there was a big Freddy Krueger cutout and a dude with like his 5-year-old little girl. And he's like, remember we watched that? You liked it, right? And I was like, and she clearly was like did not
You
like
broke
it.
my brain.
Yeah,
that night,
why-
Dad.
I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, that is mean. Almost abuse. And I don't know. It ain't good.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah.
No.
That being said, my kids will watch Lord of the Rings,
Hey, that's
whether they like it or
different.
not.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit down and you're gonna learn.
Yeah. Me and Everly watched Star Wars, the OG original.
That's good.
And she was, but then when she doesn't want to look at it anymore, I'm like, oh, come on. Well, you gotta watch this, you know. You're not paying attention.
I'm here going through that with my kids too. Like, this is a classic.
Yeah,
This is Goonies. You're gonna love this.
yeah, and they're
Like
like
10 minutes in, they're like,
yeah,
no, look at Chunk. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Watch this.
yes,
They're
yeah,
like, this is fucking dumb.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Like, son of a bitch. Yeah,
That would be a little heartbreaking.
No.
They don't like it. But I think that comes later because there was a lot of stuff my dad would make us listen to and watch that I liked because I liked my dad.
right.
But
You put up with it. You're like,
yeah, I
okay,
was
sure.
like, this shit's corny, Dad.
Yeah.
Then later I'm like, Doobie Brothers are pretty sick.
Yeah.
It does come. It definitely comes around.
The
later.
seed gets planted,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'll see you later when this becomes a tree.
Yeah.
I also
When
don't
you're
remember.
come middle age.
Steely Dan
Yeah.
will make sense eventually.
Yeah, that tree grows.
Yeah.
The Steely Dan tree grows in all young men.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a redwood.
It does. It does.
I do love Steely Dan.
That's good shit.
Yeah. I don't think my parents really tried to force me to like anything. Not force me, but that's also because they just did whatever they wanted.
Yeah, I think
So I
that's-
didn't really have. I was like, oh yeah, I know all the words to every Patsy Cline song because that's all my mom fucking listened to, you know.
Right.
And I didn't really like it, but then I grew to like it because that was all I was listening to too.
Yeah,
But she wasn't listening to it to make me like it. She was listening to it because she liked it.
Yeah,
Whereas I feel like I'm trying to
and they're the boss.
be like, come on, you know. My
Yeah.
parents never really did that.
Yeah.
It does seem like kids are almost a little bit more like cats in that way, where it needs to be their idea.
Yeah,
Like a cat, it needs to be the cat's idea to like hang out with you.
yeah,
Because if you just try to like,
Put them on your lap, like, here you go, and
Nope.
then immediately jump and
like
like,
never works.
yeah.
Or keep it out of reach, sort of too. Like make it so like, no, I don't think we
You're like,
can.
oh, I'm gonna
this."
watch Star Wars, but you can't watch this. You
Yeah.
better go to your room and not ever watch
Exactly.
this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I think I kind of want to watch that.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, they're like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it. That's so close.
I could have. Yeah. Did you watch Skeleton Crew?
No.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
With Jude Law.
I enjoyed it. It was a bunch of little kids. A little kid Star Wars,
Nice.
Goonies style kind of.
That sounds
It
fun.
was fun.
I respect Jude Law because he basically has my hairline, but he just rocks it.
He does.
Yeah.
And he was leading man for a while, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna make you a character actor." I think.
Like,
he
you
fucking
you
leaned
fucked the
into it.
nanny and cheated on. Who was he married to?
At the
Sienna
time,
Miller, maybe.
yeah, that sounds right.
And then everyone got mad at him. He didn't get canceled, but everyone kind of got mad at him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Hey, look
That's
at
like
me, I'm
Barry
back."
Keoghan right
Yeah.
now because I think he cheated on Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, what are you doing,
Gossip
Barry?
AJ.
Yeah.
How was that guy with Sabrina Carpenter? That guy looks like a fucking naked mole rat or something.
They say that's the new look. Is literally the
the-
rat face.
Yeah, the Rat Face Boys.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. Fucking the dude from The Bear.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Looking
Rodent
like rodents.
Boys. Hot Rodent
Yeah.
Boys. It was Hot
Yeah.
Rodent Boys summer last year. I
Yeah.
think.
When's it going to be sexy podcaster summer?
You're right. Every day, baby. All 500 viewers. What's up?
Just taking it in.
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet is a pretty good SNL host, though. Give him that.
I think Timothy Chalamet has really grown on me as time
Yeah.
has went on. It was one of those things where I really resisted it. I found him too boyish for some of
Yep.
the roles he was playing, which I think
Yeah.
is still kind of a problem for him. a
I felt
little.
like that about Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio
DiCaprio
until
was
about
the same
5
problem.
years
Yeah.
ago.
And
I
even
was like,
now-
ugh. He looks like a fucking 18-year-old. I'm like, all right. He's pretty damn good.
he's got a little shitty goatee now
Yeah.
and stuff. But
Yeah, Chalamet needs to get a little stank on him.
Yeah.
It'll take another decade or so. He'll end up being one of the big stars
oh yeah.
End up.
Like
I
leading
mean,
men.
Yeah.
type.
It's already there.
Yeah, he's a really, really good actor. I got to give it to him.
Yeah. Same with the guy you just said, the bear guy. Jeremy Allen
Jeremy,
White.
Yeah.
Very intense fella.
Yeah, he's almost got that Ben Foster thing a little,
Yeah.
where it's just,
Ben Foster.
Well, you haven't seen Ben Foster in a while.
is he all fucked up or something?
No, I'm just saying I haven't seen
Oh, I
him
haven't
in
seen him.
anything in a while.
I know that name.
He always plays a
always
crazy,
yeah,
intense guy.
plays a crazy dude. He's
You'd totally recognize
I know I
him.
would.
from Iowa also.
Oh yeah, I met him once.
He's not quite as Jeremy Allen White isn't quite as intense as Ben Foster, but he does have that, I don't know, that like piercing kind of look
Yeah.
to him.
Did you ever see Hell or High Water? He's the crazy brother in that.
He's pretty much always like unhinged in
Yeah.
some type of way.
310 to Yuma, he's the crazy sidekick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Also Angel in X-Men 3, where he's not really crazy.
There you go. Speaking of crazy people, here's a little pro tip for you folks.
Uh-oh.
A YouTube pro tip if you want to watch a lovely documentary that is free on YouTube, at least for now. Stanley Kubrick, Life in Pictures. One of the better documentaries about a director I've ever seen. I
Oh,
have to say.
nice.
Totally free on YouTube.
I would like to watch that. I don't know a ton about him.
Narrated by Tom Cruise.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
That gives you an idea of how good. I mean, they pull out some big guns for it.
No shit.
It's like 2 hours.
If Tom Hanks is doing the voiceover on your documentary, you did well in life. That's the
Yes.
rule.
Yeah.
Either you won World War II or you were a big deal.
Have you been watching the SNL documentaries at
No,
all?
I got to get going on that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I haven't started that.
Sarah and
yet.
I have been watching some of those. Pretty interesting. They do a whole episode on the 85 season, which is kind of funny, where it was like the worst season ever and they thought they might cancel it. And at the end of the season, it's pretty damn funny, and you can't believe they do it. They put the whole cast into a room and start the room on fire. And then Lorne Michaels is like, "We can't do this," and he goes in and saves John Lovitz.
Yeah. I remember
and
watching
lets everybody
that
else
live.
burn. And I was like, "Can you imagine being on that cast?
Yep.
Be like, oh, they're basically like, fuck you
Yeah, I remember.
to
that.
on your own show." And like Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr. were in that cast. It's very, and the only people that they saved were Nora Dunn and John Lovitz. I think Randy Quaid was on that cast.
Billy Crystal.
Yep.
That was a
But he was like a guest host.
he was
that
in and out.
appeared, yeah.
Semi regular.
Yep. Very strange.
Was Lauren running it at that point?
That was when that was the year they brought him back because they
Mhm.
felt like it was falling apart.
Yep.
And so they brought him back, and it didn't feel like it was getting better. But they said Francis Ford Coppola directed an episode, so it was like very interesting. It was being hosted by George Wendt, who played Norm on Cheers.
Okay.
And then it was like they constantly refer to Francis Ford Coppola, and they said that was like a really classic episode, but nobody cared because nobody was watching it at the time.
Interesting.
It's pretty good. It's if you like SNL,
I
they're
tried
all
watching
pretty
Saturday
interesting.
night. It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just as a movie. You
Yeah.
know, I don't have a dog in the fight, as they say, with it, but yeah, that was pretty
I
interesting.
haven't seen it yet.
I mean, it's worth the watch.
Yeah.
It's just, I would like to know if it was truly as manic as they make it seem. I'm sure it probably
Well,
was.
he said he's like I heard Jason Reitman get interviewed about it, and he's like, "Well, it's not. It's a true story, but it's not. We took things from like that whole season,
Yeah.
kind of, and made an amalgamation of things."
Gotcha.
And
That
he's
makes
like,
sense.
"It's not." He's like, "It is a movie. It's not, 100% accurate, obviously." But I think that the vibe was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like they were definitely now pulling punches with how, like, the personalities of the people.
Yeah.
Like the way they portray Chevy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it kind of sounds like what it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was an interesting watch. It almost falls in that like David Lynch category of things I've watched it sometimes at your place. It was just like not in my world for
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
reason.
I've been watching it forever. I always wanted to
Yeah.
be on it. I don't think it's gonna happen. Although Leslie Jones didn't make the cast till she was like 48.
Yep.
So
Still time.
We got some time.
So we'll see.
Just get
Maybe
your
they're
packet
watching this
together,
podcast.
submit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I could. The pressure of it would be. Although that's the only way I actually seem to be able to work is under pressure. But that too stressful, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It seems like long hauling it, like the way Keenan has.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine
No.
having a job that wild and kind of unpredictable and fast moving for like I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
10+ years or however long he's been on.
I even saw Ben Stiller was on for like I think he was on for like 6 episodes or something, and then basically quit. He was like,
Yeah.
"This is too stressful." Yeah.
It's a cool
I don't know.
format.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pretty amazing that they put that whole show together in a week, every week.
Yeah. I always have my respect for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even as someone who, isn't like a lifelong fan or anything.
There's a lot of haters these days.
There always has been.
There always has been. That's
Like
true.
when Sandler and Farley and like everyone who would say, "Oh, those are the best," like everyone said it's the worst it's ever been.
Yeah.
They should cancel it. These guys all fucking suck. They've always said that.
Will Ferrell, same thing.
So whenever I'm watching, I'm like, "This sucks." I'm like, "Well, someone will probably like this in a few years, or maybe not." But
Right.
it always sort of sucks and is great sometimes, and it's just an institution. At this
It's
point.
always a hit and miss.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Some
Yeah.
just aren't going to be as good. I mean, they did make it in a week, no matter what. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And it is just, such a weird way to perform comedy as well, because they have the prep of like writing it and putting it together and having
Yeah.
a set and all these things, but they're basically, running it live. They've had some tests usually, I think, right? Like dress rehearsals.
they do a dress rehearsal,
Yeah.
a full one.
But it's sort of like first time trying jokes sort of shit,
Yeah.
And so that
It would be weird to like, because I think they write on like Tuesday night, and then like Wednesday they gotta start finalizing it, and then Thursday they start production and stuff. It'd be weird every week to be like, "Is this a good idea?" And they're like, "Yeah, I guess so." All right, that'll be on national TV
Yeah, that's
in
what
a
I'm
few
saying.
days, and so be ready, I guess.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Too
Yeah.
stressful for me.
Yeah, you don't have the benefit of like open micing it, almost like a stand-up comedian. Go to the open mic a few times, work on the bit, and then at that point, if it's working most of the time, you know it's likely going to do
Yeah.
okay.
You got enough feedback to
Yeah.
be comfortable with it.
They're sort of creating it in such a vacuum, but it also, it's what makes it intriguing is the potential for failure.
The high wire act.
I mean, they run through. I mean, everybody's throwing shit out there, so they're picking the funniest of the bunch. You know, every time. So
True.
they have some idea that it will hopefully work.
Yeah. But still pretty insulated.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to stand up at least or something. Fascinating stuff.
Wow.
The history of SM. Well, yeah. Oh, we've done more than our fair share of time.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Right, Shy? Venmo at Tobocop, as
That's
always. Black Hat Ice Cream, chugging along at the new location yet?
I guess it depends on how you define chugging along, but I would say so, yeah. We're getting close. We're always
excited.
close.
Very excited.
Someday.
Patreon.com/NoSleepDSM. Like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok and social
Yeah.
media.
Don't delete your TikToks.
Don't do what I did.
And like our little thingies, our
Yes.
clips.
I've been trying to put out 2 a day.
Ooh.
I'll try to do 2 a day.
Yeah,
every
I've
day
noticed it seems like they're starting to be a little more rapid fire. I'm
That's
seeing them
right.
coming down the line.
I'm going to try to do 2 a day every day for a month straight and see what happens.
I'm trying to figure out how TikTok works by watching
It's fascinating.
No Sleep TikTok. I'm like, how come this one gets this many likes, but only this many views, and other things will get a shitload of views and less likes, and like what? I don't know what the ticket is here.
You figure the like to view ratio would encourage it to be delivered to more people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it would get the
No way.
algorithm a little boost.
No way.
No, does not.
Not on TikTok so much. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, because I posted a clip of us talking about Mumford and Sons,
Yeah.
which was getting a ton of interaction.
Yeah.
People defending Mumford and Sons. People just saying things like "okay," like whatever.
Yeah.
Just commenting things. And I was like, "Oh, I think we got a live one here."
Yeah,
And then it just dies at 900 views, and I'm like, "But it got so many interactions for
yeah,
weird."
truly.
But yeah, I'm going with spaghetti at the wall with it, where I'm just. Before, I felt way more precious about the clips, where I just wanted every clip to be the one.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Where now it's like,
It's more volume.
it's so hard to predict that it's
So
like
you have to have both those Uzis going,
Yep.
Just let them
double
spray.
gun with the sword on the back.
Yeah,
You just kind of throw them out there and like let the world decide. Almost the best, almost like SNL. The best we can do is kind of like vet it via, it doing well on the show or not. Did this show have a lot of those? We'll see.
who knows?
First one back.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're just more chill. I think that's all
it
right.
is funny. Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, follow us on that stuff. It does help. And I'm trying to be professional, put this shit out for you guys.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna retire with that Caitlin Clark joke from like our second show, and
Yeah.
Retire.
not so much.
Yeah. That was one I really thought was going to
Yeah,
do numbers.
yeah, me too.
And then, it's funny.
Topical, and not anymore.
No.
It's like, how do I move this joke forward? There's not.
We need to get our own little Rizzler in here or something. you know? We need
Yeah.
A mascot.
something that just catches fire.
It's all coming together. I think as long as we keep showing up, trying our best.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we do. That's what we're known for. Thanks, Shiloh, our executive producer. I've been AJ Simmons.
Oh, I've been Tol McGrain.
Now to Ice Cream Kingdom and Alex Carter.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Tol and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic.